What's up, Jigster crew and all my fellow Dyna Bros? Welcome back to another video. The boy out here recording the last 3 videos all in one day. But this is going to be one of those videos I'm just going to wing it as I go. But we're going to talk about the things I wish I knew when I started YouTube. And some of the mistakes that I've made, so other YouTubers, smaller YouTubers, and people that are looking into YouTube, so you guys don't make the same mistakes I do. But let's start this list with something that I am guilty of doing when I started, and that is do not look at other channels, bigger channels, for success. What I mean by that is don't go looking at other channels that are bigger than you, you know, like 400K, 1,000, 100K, you know, those size channels. Don't go on their channels and look and be like, oh, they started their channel 5 years ago, and give yourself the same markers as they have hit. When I started, I am guilty. I looked at some channels and I was like, okay, some of these channels have hit 1,000K at the 6-month mark. Some have hit them sooner. Don't do that. That's what I did. And the problem with that is you kind of get frustrated and upset because you're not hitting the same mark as them. Especially now, I am doing motovlogging in a time where motovlogging is somewhat kind of slow. A lot of these other motovloggers that I watched that I, you know, looked at and said, oh, my success would be the same as theirs. These are people that started motovlogging around the time motovlogging was a huge, it was huge. Everyone was making motovlogging videos. Everybody was watching them. So of course these channels blew up. Right now, motovlogging is kind of still, so your success is going to be a lot lower. Yeah, that's my first one. I'm guilty of that one. I did that a lot. The next thing would probably be, you know, make a couple videos first. Don't post them yet. Don't jump right into it. I mean, you can. But like me, I kind of just I went out, recorded my first video, and posted it that week, the day it came out. I didn't really understand my equipment. I didn't really understand how to edit. I kind of just winged it, which I usually do. I'm a big winger. I just do things. But that's not something you really want to do. You want to take the time and understand the program you're using. You want to take the time and understand how to get good audio. You want to understand all this stuff. The biggest mistake that was probably one of the biggest mistakes I made. My first 2 videos I made, the audio was only coming out of one side because I did not learn that my program at the time split my audio. I don't make that mistake now because I fixed it, but yeah. The next one kind of ties in with the first one. Is patience. Depending on what niche you're doing. Like I said, motovlogging right now is kind of slow. I'm even seeing a lot of the big YouTubers in this genre. They're kind of slow right now too. A lot of them aren't making just, you know, motovlogging videos like this. They're actually going out and making videos on like the Suron and Groms and doing shop work videos and stuff like that, you know, just switching it up. Because right now, for some reason, the POV motovlogging is slow. It's slow. Which kind of gives me a downfall because I don't like showing my face. I'm not there yet. I'm not comfortable. I have been trying to figure out how to do this style videos, shop videos, things like that, without having to show my face. Yeah, but patience, guys. Patience is a big virtue. It's going to take time to gain an audience. I'm looking at a year and a half and I have just hit 200 subscribers. And I kind of was getting frustrated in the beginning because I was like, well, I should hit more, this, and that. I'm good. But it just takes time. It takes time to get your name out there. It also is hard when you have work and you have family stuff and you're trying to balance all this stuff out. I'm pretty sure once you become a bigger YouTuber where literally your job is YouTube, it gets easier because literally you're not worried about work. You're making YouTube videos and then you go home and hang out with your kids and your family. But patience, guys, would be the #1 thing I would really stress. I'm not a patient person, so right now for me that is the hardest one. The next one would be just be prepared to make friends. When I started this journey too, I wasn't really prepared to make friends, or I wasn't really open to the idea, or never really thought of the idea that I would actually make pretty decent YouTube friends. You know, I have my group of friends that I hang out with, and then I have my YouTube friends. You got Moto Mike, you got Chopper Fett, you got Gliding on Twos. You got this whole group on Instagram that I'm part of. Just too many names there to list, but these would be considered my YouTube friends. Of course, if you guys are enjoying the video, hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification to know anytime I upload. I upload every Thursday, and I have started to upload shorts on Tuesdays. I don't think this was necessarily a mistake, but I do think it was wrong timing. What I did was, and this could work for some people, but I ended up making myself a lot of merch designs. I made myself a sweater and shirt with just a plain logo. I made a bunch of stickers, but you know, stickers isn't bad. But then they were like, when Halloween came around, I wanted to make a special Halloween edition shirt, and I wanted to do special Halloween and Christmas stuff. Like every holiday I wanted to drop a new shirt design. But in my head I was treating it as like, I'm a big YouTuber, you know. Not only did I think it was more like I wanted to make my own clothing company too. So I was using that as an excuse to design all these things. But on the upside, I did get good at designing stuff. But then now I just have a bunch of designs just sitting around on my computer that will probably never get used for a while. And I'm not gonna say that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just one of those things I jumped the gun on. I did it all too soon. Another mistake I think I made was I named myself after a motorcycle. If some of you guys don't know, and you live under a rock, Jigster is the nickname for a Suzuki GSXR. And now that you guys see I ride a Harley, some of you guys may have not known, I did ride a 600. The channel started on a 2002 Jigster 600 when she was having problems. I sold her and I bought a 750, which also gave me an assload of problems and started smoking. So instead of going out and buying a brand new Jigster, I thought I would go out and buy a Harley. Something different for the channel, something more comfortable, because I am old. Kidding, I'm only 28. But I do have bad knees, and my wrists and my back hurt from the years of skateboarding abuse. And the Harley, since I've been riding it, I've had no wrist problems, no back pain, no knee issues, none of that. Yeah, unless you are 100% sure you're going to stick with a motorcycle, don't name yourself after it. Now it's just to the point where I don't care, I'm Mr. Jigster, that's what people know me as. I will always have a Jigster in the garage, so I am Mr. Jigster. Another thing I wish I knew starting YouTube was how time consuming this is. And when I say that, you think YouTube is literally just editing. No. I have to make time out of my day to come out and record and make sure I record. And the worst part of doing motovlogging stuff is if I have any technical issues, I don't know until I get home. So I could spend, like today, I could be out all day, I could get home and realize no audio, you know, shit like that. So it's kind of difficult, but time consuming wise, like you gotta make time to go record. Then you gotta make time to edit. Then you got work, and you got, you know, guys, then not only is there editing and recording, then after you post, you gotta make time for comments and other social media platforms and stuff like that. Communicating with other YouTubers, you know. I didn't realize when I started this how much time was really gonna go into this. Like, it's literally like starting a business from the ground up. Do I mind it? No, not really. Sometimes I'll, you know, I wake up at 4 in the morning to go to work. And there are times where I'm sitting at work waiting for my coworker to come unlock the door. I'll just answer comments. Sometimes I just completely forget to answer comments. I think the big things on this list are mostly, you know, patience. Don't compare your speed to other people's speed. Other people's success may not be your success. What is working for someone else may not be working for you. Those are some big ones, guys, because those are some mistakes I personally have made. There's nothing wrong with wanting success on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with wanting it fast, but if you think it's going to happen super quick, you are mistaken. Guess what? Maybe if you do like motorcycle news, like if you're constantly making videos about like what the next motorcycle coming out is gonna be, and you know, stuff like that, maybe. But face to face like this, you're not gonna blow up. Yeah. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and I will be working on more content for you guys. Hopefully we should be having some big things coming soon. I really need to get to work on that 750, but I'm kind of being lazy, don't really want to do it. And also I'm kind of waiting for my uncle, my older sister, and her family are finally moving down from Tucson, and he's more mechanically inclined, I guess you could say. So he can help me figure out what's going on with the bike. And I know at some point we're gonna have to get Groms on this channel because my nephews definitely want to ride Groms. So but okay, guys, I will see you all next week with another fantastic video. Be safe out there, all my fellow motovloggers. And I'll see you all next week. Okay, peace.